Hi there, everybody. Good morning. Meteorologist Travis Kleneski here on this Monday morning. As of the time of this recording, a few hit or miss showers and isolated thunderstorms right in here, mostly south of Highway 92 and east of Highway 81 right in here. But there is a little bit of activity right here this morning, some light showers. So there's still a small chance of hit or miss rain and isolated thunder this morning, but the severe weather threat's pretty slim. Winds will be breezy today out of the south in central and eastern areas. Out to the west, they'll be a little bit lighter and more northwesterly. There's actually a surface trough right in here. And surface troughs are black lines that kind of go like that, but they're not arrows. They're just black lines. I just don't have time to change the format of that. So that's the surface trough that's moving through right now. As we look at tonight's forecast, then tonight we'll see a slight chance of rain and thunderstorms, even maybe as early as late this afternoon along that surface trough right in here. But then tonight, this evening, a slight chance. Better chances will be in eastern Nebraska early tomorrow morning, late tonight and early tomorrow morning, right there. So more isolated activity in central Nebraska and out to the west, but then eastern Nebraska, a better chance of rain and thunderstorms late tonight, early tomorrow morning. We'll go back to dry conditions. The other thing we may see develop tonight, maybe some patchy fog, especially in the river valleys, Platte River, North Platte, South Platte River, maybe other rivers like the Loops. So we'll look for some patchy fog. The other thing, the final thing that I have to mention that we may see later tonight and into tomorrow morning over western areas is maybe some smoky skies returning right in here from wildfires off to the northwest. Otherwise, becoming partly to mostly sunny tomorrow, not quite as breezy, and then a slight chance of rain and thunderstorms returns Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. So again, it's these small chances over the next several days to come for the majority of us, where most of us will miss out and a few lucky folks get some rain. The severe weather threat remains fairly low over the next several days to come, even though we are going to be warm with a little more humidity than we've been seeing recently. So warmer air is building in the coming days ahead. That said, we will still see just 70s to the east here. So that's still a little bit below average over the eastern part of the state, maybe only low 70s in parts of southeast Nebraska. But as you go to the west, you see the big jump in temperatures into the low, mid 80s, even some upper 80s and lower 90s possibly right in here. So plenty of warmth out to the west, which some of that will spread eastward as the week goes on. Looking around the area, temperatures topping out around 80 in Ord and Burwell, but could be closer to 90 in Merriman, 90 as well in Arthur. We'll go 86 in Stapleton. Again, hit or miss showers this morning, then a small chance late today. Southwest areas, we're talking about lower 90s here or near 90 around Ogallala. This is, I believe, State Highway 61 right here. So that Highway 61 corridor. Upper 80s and then mid 80s right in here on Gothenburg and Beaver City. Low 80s and even upper 70s here farther to the east into the parts of south central Nebraska, north central Kansas. Southeastern areas, 70s. Maybe a few low 70s in southeast Nebraska around Tecumseh and Beatrice. We'll go mid and upper 70s, 77 in St. Paul, 75 for Aurora, 75 in Blue Hill. Northeastern areas mostly mid 70s this afternoon, perhaps upper 70s to near 80 around O'Neill and Verdigris there in Holt and Knox County. So there is the look at some of the local towns in our area. Now let's look at tonight's forecast. As temperatures fall back tonight, tomorrow morning, they'll be down into the mid to upper 50s and lower 60s. Tomorrow, more 80s out there, maybe a few 70s in eastern Nebraska, but mostly low and mid 80s and maybe even a few upper 80s here towards Highway 81 and Highway 83 and Highway 61. We may see some of those mid and upper 80s to near 90 degrees. Tomorrow night and a Wednesday morning, upper 50s, lower 60s, mostly low and mid 80s on Wednesday, maybe a few upper 80s in the northwest. So we're warm but not hot. And then Wednesday night and a Thursday morning, low and mid 60s for lows. So we're going to keep that warmth going for the rest of the week as well. Thursday, back up into the 80s. And this time a little more in the way of mid to upper 80s, nearing 90 in McCook. We may see a bump in temperatures. Friday looks like it's going to be the peak day here. As you'll see the 7-day forecast, we could see many places get above 90 degrees on Friday. So small hit or miss chances of rain and thunderstorms the next several days, mainly at night. And temperatures trending warmer as the week goes on, especially towards Friday. That will be the peak, but Saturday still looks pretty warm. Should be a warm day there. Excuse me, I apologize for the yawn here. Should be a warm day there in Lincoln for the Husker game, which is an 11 a.m. kickoff there at Memorial Stadium as the Houston Christian Huskies come in, an FCS school, to take on the Huskers. Should be probably a blowout. But again, plan on some warm weather there, as you'll want to have plenty of water with you and Memorial Stadium there, so it should be plenty warm. Slightly better chances of rain and thunderstorms Saturday night to Sunday morning, and maybe again Sunday night, as temperatures do start to trend downward. Then as we get into next week, we could see a small cool down. Forecast models are split, though, on whether or not we'll actually cool down much next week, so not super confident in that long-range forecast. We'll see how it plays out as we get closer. North Platte, plenty of 80s ahead in the days ahead with slight chances of rain and thunderstorms almost daily. As we look towards the end of the week, Friday looks like our warmest day, closer to 90, and then it cools down a little bit this weekend as slightly better chances of rain and thunderstorms return, especially towards Saturday night and again Sunday night and Monday morning. Long range again showing temperatures falling a little bit as we get into the middle of next week. I'm still a little up in the air. In fact, the Climate Prediction Center keeps next week above average, which by that point in September, we're talking about average highs in the upper 70s. But, we'll see right now. Forecast models are a little split on the temperatures next week. Does put us still in the above average category for precipitation. I'm not real confident in that, though. So I would almost put us in the equal chances of being above or below average in the long range. Precipitation, I just don't see much. There's a lot of small chances. Chances get a little bit better Saturday night and maybe Sunday night as well. Next week is kind of more of the same. These small chances, maybe better chances towards the middle and end of the week. Let's take a look at the GFS. GFS shows things a little more aggressive than what I think will be happening, but again, we've got chances almost every single night. Looking towards Saturday evening for one of the better chances, and maybe again Sunday evening as well. And it does keep some chances around next week, but they look on the lower side of things, so I'm not really thinking we'll see a lot. But again, forecast models, like I said, are also split on the long-range temperature. So we're going to be warmer this week here. That warmer air settles in for several days to come, peaking on Friday with a slight cool down this weekend. But notice the European model, that's still keeping us fairly warm. It does maybe cool us back a little bit. So the European model is the one that cools us back a little bit by the middle of next week. The GFS model is trending towards keeping us on the warmer side next week. So again, we're starting to warm up some today, especially out west, and then it becomes more widespread warmth ahead of us for the rest of this week, right into Friday, which will be the warmest day ahead. GFS, though, wants to keep most of that warm air around right through most of next week. Does not cool us back at all. So that's where forecast models split basically on next week, is whether or not we'll stay on the warmer side of things. With that, I'm going to let you all go for today. I want to thank you all for watching on this Monday morning. I hope it's a good one for you. See you again on Tuesday morning with all the latest. Speaking of, by the way, tomorrow, the beginning of Husker Harvest Days, the 3-day event west of Grand Island between Elda and Wood River. We're going to be out there for our midday shows at 11:30 the next 3 days, here on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And of course, it should be plenty warm out there as well. All right, thank you all for watching. I will see you all again on Tuesday morning. Take care, and God bless. Bye.